Oxford English Dictionary has expanded its lexicon with 20 Nigerian words and expressions in its latest update. The newly added entries include popular terms like Japa, Albiru, Eba, 419 and Abi, among others. These words, deeply rooted in everyday lives of Nigerians, highlight the influence of Pidgin English, street slang, and cultural expressions that are increasingly gaining global recognition. Notably, some of the words such as Japa and Jand appear as both nouns and verbs in the dictionary. Pronunciation guides have also been provided to assist non-Nigerians in accurately articulating the words. A Nigerian English consultant to the Oxford English Dictionary, Kingsley Ugwangi, announced the update on LinkedIn on Tuesday. He expressed excitement over his role in drafting the words and recording their pronunciations. Among the entries, Japa is defined as the emigration of Nigerians to other countries, especially those in Europe or North America, in search of further education, employment, or economic opportunity. Abiru is described as a person, usually a boy or young man, who works as a tout, typically at car parks and bus stops, collecting money from passengers and drivers and ushering passengers onto vehicles. The term 419, widely known in Nigeria, is defined as fraud, now usually perpetrated on the internet, involving requests for advance payment in return for a substantial share of a large amount of money, which ultimately is never given. Frequently as a modifier, as in 419 email, 419 scam, etc. Here is a complete list of Nigerian words added to the OED. Number 1 on the list, 419, Abi, Adire, Abiru, area boy, cross carpet, cross carpeting, Eba, Edo, Gele, Jand, Janded, Japa, Kanuri, Kobo, Naija, Suya, Yahoo, Yahoo boy, Yandost. Oh, okay. And I think they will still add more even.
Like I feel more are still actually coming. We should just wait for it, because this is actually amazing. Where you have words coined from our normal daily lives find their way. But who else? Who better to help us delve into this topic but the amazing Frank? So
Exactly.
Frank,
I love it so much to have him on this.
Really, Frank, what do you make of this particular one?
Pidgin English is rooted from Nigeria.
Okay.
And when I saw this story, I was like, wow, there is a lot of things to be learned from this.
Okay.
I mean, do you remember in year 2?
Yes.
When Mr. Ibe came and he was like, update guys, they've added some words to Oxford.
Yes.
In year 2 it was Mama Put.
Yes, yes.
English Dictionary,
Yes.
Oxford. It was Okada. And it's, we have Keke. They added, Keke is usually tricycle.
Yeah.
But now, we see new words. We see Japa, we see our own Abu. And I have a problem with Abu. Why is he defined as only a guy? We don't have female ones.
Well, I think it's
generally
because it's
and popularly,
popularly
guys.
For guys,
Definitely
basically,
Makes sense to me. But then, really, it's really nice that the English language is doing this, and there is a lot of things to learn from it. Number 1 is this. Even though the English language is highly prestigious, it's still stooping low to other languages to pick things.
Yes.
And it's something to emulate, no matter how big you think you are, no matter how high you think you are. Come on, come down. Because if you don't come down, you won't go back up.
Word.
So they don't even see that. To grow. I really wish Dr. Ibe was listening. I think I'm going to gist him about this.
Yes,
I'm going to call him. I'm going to tell you as CEO, because that's his area, social linguistics.
Yes.
And then again, it has to do another thing. I'm telling the youths, because I mean ATN is all about the youth, right?
Yes, it is.
I'm telling them to be consistent.
They are ATN Gen Z.
Gen Z, right?
Yes.
I'm telling them to be consistent. Whatever you're doing, no matter how stupid you think it is, come on, keep doing it.
Yes.
People are going to pick it up. I mean, the first time the United States citizen heard of Japa, we were like, what thing be this one? Now I did the addiction.
Exactly. Exactly.
So keep being consistent. And I think Nigerian is fast growing in the English language. Yes, we are a second language user. Nigerians are second language users of the English language because we have first user, which is the native speakers, and then we have the ESL, which is us, English as a second language. That's how we use English, and then we have the foreign people that use English as a foreign language. So, as second language users, English language in Nigeria plays the role of uniting people. It's like a lingua franca, just like Pidgin is doing in River State. You know, River State we have a lot of languages, but Pidgin, everybody they hear, and it always makes sense. Okay, so the English language, I want Nigerians to use it proudly.
Yes.
There was something Chinua said when he was talking to them, those British guys. He said, "You forced this language on me. Now allow me to use it how I want.
Exactly.
I'm going to domesticate it. I'm going to Africanize and Nigerianize it.
Exactly.
I'm going to use them how I want to use them. Guy, you know, go beat me.
Exactly.
And as I TikTok and give you, you can understand.
And now they're actually adding, they're adding into the dictionary.
Our own girl, guy.
Because it's getting relevant now.
Our own girl, guy.
And the thing is, I feel English can actually make sense if it doesn't get from other people. English will not be English if it doesn't get from other people. I think that's why they are making progress, and that's why they would
are growing, continue growing.
They'll continue growing,
exactly.
really, because if you check, they are really, what's an English word that is not borrowed from
something?
Do you get it's borrowed? When you
something.
check those words, you see etymology right now. Eba don't enter it. Eba don't get
guy.
Hey, Eba.
Our ladies time now don't get etymology. It's coming from Nigeria, from the time of, you see all these histories, and they'll give you sentences where you could use them. I think this is actually
and more will actually be added. More will still be added.
Nigerians, you wine.
More will be added.
And the wine was so funny.
Do you get me? The wine. You want wine?
When Abi is already there, the wine goes so
exactly. And there's this thing Nigerians do where these Americans and these English language people, where they all pick these words from, it's from social media.
Yes.
There is all this
from social media.
Yes.
And Nigerians, statistically, we are the #1 nation that uses Facebook in the world.
In fact, almost all the
social medias. Twitter, now we get them, guy.
Really, TikTok,
now we do. And I like the way they consciously, proudly use their language.
Yes.
They know they form anything, guys.
Really.
So let's do this. I encourage Nigeria. This is a big shout out to us. We are getting in, but then let's not also forget our grassroots. Let's not also forget our grassroots. And there was something you mentioned, Eric, about this is why English continues to grow. And this is a mistake that I think Latin language as a language, this is a mistake I feel they made. Because once upon a time, the Roman Emperor or Empire was the biggest out there. You know, Britain was colonized by Rome. Now, the Roman language, Latin, was so strict. If it's not Rome, if it's not Latin, it's not Latin.
Yes.
You can't borrow it must be this. And this is why people started to deviate. After Latin came French. Before this English that is dominating.
Yes.
And one of the primary reasons English is
because
dominating. It's free.
It's free.
It's free, guy. You can
I
think I want to use the word customize.
Yeah,
you can customize it. How it suits you.
Yes.
Do what you want to do with the language, but let's keep the key. Dr. Mazi will call it intellectual competence and communicative competence. Even if it's Nigerian English I'm speaking, if I'm talking to an American, he understands. And he's talking to me, I also understand again. So I feel
actually knew Frank would be the best person for this because he was in my department, English department, and he's first class. He was our course rep, and you know, Frank was very amazing. Like he was out there.
Yeah, who best to help us dive into this topic? And
without him,
I like the way
he's analyzing.
Yes, he's analyzing.
You get,
and I also like the way English is flexible.
Yeah,
it helps you do what you want and still keep in that major factor there. I think that's actually an amazing thing. So keep doing what you do, guys.
Nigerians,
the word is actually watching. The word is actually watching. And really, before you know now, some of these words so they use this you they wine. Go find a way enter dictionary.
I don't believe say Yahoo boy enter dictionary.
I think Abeg don't even enter.
Yes,
Abeg
has been there.
Bro. Yahoo boy don't
if Yahoo don't enter,
guy.
I really would have.
We still have.
I would have how to update my dictionary to really see the words and really go through them and see the things they use and how they use them.
And there is a pronunciation. Though.
Yes, there is a pronunciation. There's a pronunciation. You know, dictionaries now have places where you could just tap the speaker point, or you tap and you hear the pronunciations. You get the proper pronunciation.
How Google will say Abi.
It to be like
Jaba, you know that
Eba.
My Google assistant will call me Sopruchu. What's that? Sopruchuku.